200-pound snake. And this is what happens when you let it loose. We let a lot of our animals here at the Reptarium free roam just to get a little bit of exercise. When it's a 20-foot snake like Juliet here, it can be a little bit challenging and sometimes can be a problem and pretty destructive. A 200-pound, almost 20-foot snake is not something that's easy to do. But I like the fact that she has an opportunity to stretch out a little bit, kind of wander around, you know, just using that kind of mental enrichment for her to see new things. Juliet's amazing, but holy cow, what a backbreaker.
A few inches later.
Juliet, I literally take my eye off her for 1 minute. She is just trying. What is she doing? Lori's gonna kill me if she sees it. Juliet, no more. I tell you what, having a big snake is awesome. And it's really cool to let them roam around, but they get something in their mind. They're heavy, they're destructive. And I better get her before she destroys anything else in the gift shop, and Lori will kill me. And although she's in a giant enclosure that she's kept in, it's nice to kind of get her out, play with her a little bit, and give her some physical exercise, some mental enrichment. But boy, you gotta keep an eye on her, because she's big, definitely powerful, and she could certainly be destructive. Dodge a bullet with Lori not finding out. Like I mentioned, a lot of our animals get time out to kind of wander around, that mental enrichment, especially our monitor lizards. They're so smart, you know, even if they have a giant enclosure, they need that mental enrichment to walk around and kind of explore. So Elvis knows this place inside and out. He's an absolute wonderful animal, but he's getting big now. So if you don't keep an eye on him, which a lot of times we let him just kind of wander around, he definitely gets himself into trouble. Right, Elvis, come on out, come on, let's go play. Really amazing is Elvis is so smart that when there's an object like a vacuum in the way that normally isn't there, first thing he's going to do is he's going to go and actually inspect it. Like, what is this doing here? These guys are so intelligent, they can actually map out an entire area. So in his head, he's got the blueprint of the entire Reptarium. He knows where every enclosure is, every rock, everything. And when he sees something unusual, he's like, what is that all about? I got to go check it out. And that usually leads him over to the turtle pond. He absolutely loves the turtle pond. He's just infatuated with climbing on top of it and trying to get in the water. And as you can see, the problem with this is that he's always trying to get up here. He wants to go in the water. He loves the waterfall. He definitely loves to swim around. And a lot of times we'll let him swim around. Look at this, how cute that is. Going right in. He loves it. And in the new place, he's actually going to have a water feature just like this that he's going to be able to play with every single day, which is just going to be amazing. But the problem is now is that the turtles in here are kind of like bite-sized morsels to him. So we have to be careful now when he gets in the water because he's trying to eat the turtles. So we have to keep a close eye on him. He climbs like an absolute monster, and he loves the enrichment. So Elvis gets a lot of time out. But if you don't keep an eye on him, you're going to run into some problems. And as if it's not hard enough when you take him out, the hardest part is getting him back home. Because I tell you, he's a big monster. Now, come on, buddy. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Okay, yeah. I'm all scratched up. It's hard getting him back, too. Those claws are powerful. Oh, my gosh, Elvis. I'm going to have to get Mike to get him put him back. Mike!
What happened?
Put Elvis back for me.
We're matching.
Hey, look at that. Those claws are powerful. A little leaking. That's okay. The thing is, my shirt got ripped. Elvis.
Oh, my legs were so sore. Come on, big boy. Oh, God. Excuse me, Condor. Coming behind you. Quicker. No, Elvis. You dirty, dirty boy.
Ew, why are you smelling your fingers?
You want to smell them?
No, thank you.
And then, of course, there's Matilda. Over 165 pounds now, so she definitely needs time out to wander around. This enclosure is decent enough for her, but over at the new place, she's going to have a 25-foot long enclosure. That's even wider than this by about twice as much. She's going to have tons of space to walk around, but for now, we have to let her out quite a bit. That's why we make this door, of course, and that way she can run around. But I'm telling you what, Matilda is like a giant boulder with feet. She doesn't know her power. She's actually broken glass in enclosures before. She eats anything in the way. She's knocked trees down. Anything that's in her way, she's gonna boulder it through. But we have to let her out so that she can get a bunch of exercise, obviously, as well as that mental enrichment that we talked about. We have to actually move this display to block off here because when Matilda's out, she'll actually go back there and try to eat all these plushies. And speaking of these plushies, the other day I had Speedy out just running around the Reptarium just for some enrichment, you know, getting him over from BHB. And he went in there and he actually pooped on a bunch of the plushies. We had to get rid of like 5 or 6 plushies. Trust me, Lori was not happy about that one. Then of course there's my boy Brillo. Come on, Brills, come on out, come on out. Brillo is an amazing animal. I mean, I love this thing so much. So absolutely adorable. And of course he gets lots of time outside of the enclosure. He has to roam around. Now, he's gonna get a closure about the size of Drogo's cage next door. What are you doing? He wants it, but you can see you gotta keep an eye on him. He loves to kind of cruise around and spend a lot of time with us out and about. He's almost like a puppy dog, to be honest with you. He's amazing, but I tell you, anything that's on the floor, just like that, he's gonna try to eat. There's no doubt about it. What's up, Brillo? What's up, big boy? What are you doing, silly monkey? Boy, I tell you, take your eye off him for take your eye off him for 1 second, and what happened? Come on, Brillo. He's got his keys, got his locks. Look, he's just going, he's like, get it back, Dad! No, Brillo. Oh my God, he's so crazy. And here's Brillo to one of his favorite spots. You might notice that this wall over here has a bunch of scrape marks. We have to actually paint it because he tried to burrow through the wall. We have the same thing that happens over in the birthday party because he goes in there a lot when we let him run around and he tries to burrow through the wall. He's got such powerful claws and they're great diggers, so you gotta be careful. But Brillo is amazing. But again, anything on the floor, he's gonna eat. Dance for me, dance for me. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. I love this little guy. One more dance, come on. Dance up. Ah, good boy. Can't wait till he has that giant enclosure so he has tons of places to get enriched and we don't have to just let him out all the time to destroy the place. There you go, baby boy. Now I'm assuming you probably don't have a pet alligator, but we do let our alligators roam around a little bit too. Again, they have plenty of space and they're gonna get, like I keep mentioning, a giant enclosure, 20 foot long. Literally, their enclosure is gonna be longer than this entire aisleway. But we let Salt out and let her run around a little bit just to get a little bit of freedom. It's all about that mental enrichment that we're trying to build. But trust me, every now and then we run into problems. One time we had a towel sitting out and she grabbed that towel. It took us almost a half an hour to get it out of her mouth. We don't want her to eat a towel. For some reason, Salt loves towels. So sure enough, she walked right over to the edge of the cage where we have some towels that is just soaking up that water that's leaking, and she just grabbed the towel and now she will not let go. And I got the towel out finally, but you saw that she did some death rolls. That's how alligators actually rip off chunks. They're eating a big prey, like let's say this was a prey item and it needs to be big, they're gonna actually roll and actually rip off pieces, then they'll be able to eat it that way. Salty, you're a good girl, but you need to stop trying to eat towels. So if you have a pet alligator, which hopefully you don't, because I always say alligators aren't pets, you gotta keep an eye on it or it may chew a hole in your couch. Don't even get me started on letting your sloth out. If you ever let these guys loose, which Drogo did get loose once, totally my fault because the doorknob was able to be turned by him and he figured out to get out. That was like a hairy turkey crawling around the Reptarium. My day is starting a little bit interesting, and the reason I say that is that there are some branches on the ground, a bunch of toys on the ground, there's a shelf up here, there's a bunch of shirts over here, things knocked down here, and you know what that tells me? I mean, everywhere, that tells me that somebody didn't lock some cages last night, or at least one cage. I actually wasn't here last night when we finished up, so I'm not gonna place any blame, but we have to first figure out what is out, and then figure out where is it. Pretty high, and do quite a bit of damage. There's a banana in there now. What is out? So we could do one of two ways here. We can look around and hopefully find whatever is out, or we can look around and find cages that are potentially open. Hey, good news. Anaconda's in his cage. Baby Kush is in his cage. Okay, we've got this. Al Machino. Remember, Al went around for a little walkabout. All right, so I would say everything on this side seems to be in its enclosure, yet a bunch of stuff was knocked down all over the place over here. What is up? Knocked a bunch of stuff down over here. Like I said, there's a banana. This got knocked off the wall. The mystery continues. What do you think happened here, guys? I don't know what's going on here. Uh-oh. Jesus, no, you gotta be kidding me. It was Drogo. Drogo's door was open and Drogo was out. He's now back in his cage. It was Drogo. Drogo was out. cruising around. I'm gonna look for surveillance footage, guys, because it's gonna be ridiculous. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that Jay left Drogo's door open. Thankfully, ever since we changed the doorknob, Brillo hasn't got out. But this is kind of what happens when your animals are out and about. Speaking about out, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember... Oh my God! Oh, ow, 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 ow! Oh, oh, ow! Okay.